Good morning. Thursday morning, heading out to Tel Aviv bright and early to meet the Dropbox team that is focused heavily on doubling down on Israel and penetrating, I would say, the local ecosystem. So that's going to be a very exciting meeting. And then heading to a fintech company to record a podcast. After that, several meetings with entrepreneurs, basically back to back all day. And then the weekend. So all good. Let's do this. First meeting, Rothchild Boulevard. I'm here a bit early, so that means got time for a time lapse. Finishing up a much-needed caffeination this morning. Man, that was good coffee, no?
Amazing.
I like this. This is one of the only kosher cafes on Rothschild, so I eat here a lot at cacao. There are several industries, I would say, that, everyone agrees are sexy. Drones, AI, AR, cool industries. Storage is not one of them.
Correct.
The exception to that rule, in my opinion at least, and I'm not just saying this, is Dropbox. You guys, from a branding perspective, at least in my opinion, did something different. Now, I know a couple of people that work at Box. Google, I'm a big fan of. A lot of friends there, but there's something that Dropbox did, and I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know what it is. But you guys did a good job branding yourself. I think of Dropbox in a different category than the rest of them, and I think one day marketers will do a case study on Dropbox. That's just a side point.
I think they already do. They're already doing.
Oh, really? Okay. So let's back up. Who are you?
So my name is Eyal Ro.
Uash. Okay.
With an R. I work.
How do you spell your last name?
R-O-A-S-H.
R-O-A-S-H. Ruash. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right.
I work as the businessman of Dropbox here in Israel. So I'm responsible for all the business activities and opening the market here in Israel for Dropbox.
Love it.
But that's pretty much me.
Love it. Okay, so let's start with how we connected originally. How did you even find out about me?
So I read an article on the Jerusalem Post, and I said, man, this guy, I have to sit with him for a coffee for 30 minutes. All
right, so let me just cut you off right there, because that right there is a very important lesson. A few things to say. Number one, this dude works at Dropbox. One of the hottest companies in tech, period. And the Jerusalem Post, a local, listen, they have a wide audience across the world. Yaakov Katz is the editor-in-chief, a good friend of mine, a great publication. I'm not belittling them, but it's the Jerusalem Post. And yet, this dude, who's at the pinnacle of the world of technology, is reading the Jerusalem Post. But not only is he reading the Jerusalem Post, but here's the lesson. A lot of times companies will say, we don't need press, we don't do PR, we're just focused on user acquisition, quantitative. I don't care about qualitative. But you just said something. You said, you read that article and you said to yourself, I need to meet this guy. An ad on Facebook will never achieve that, right? Only an article that describes a person in a qualitative, very abstract.
You connect with the person at some level.
Exactly.
As well.
And that is, in my opinion, why companies that say I don't do press are making a big mistake. Because, I always compare, you play basketball?
I was playing.
You know what an alley-oop is?
Sorry?
Alley-oop, you know what that is?
No.
Alley-oop? Alley-oop is when one player throws the ball in the air, the other guy catches it and dunks it,
okay.
Right? So let's say when I do press, right, I elevate my brand as a company, I elevate my brand, or when I do social media, when I do blogging, I elevate my brand, comes along that ad on Facebook, and I come across your ad on Facebook, I'm like, oh, I know those guys. I read their blog, I follow them on Twitter, slam dunk.
Yeah.
So the press, the articles, that elevates your brand. You need to then take that elevated brand and bring it home. But to ignore that process of press and all those things that are qualitative and are abstract is a big mistake. And I think, I was very honored to have had that article written about me in the Jerusalem Post, don't get me wrong, but it shows that these things actually lead, we would not have met if it wasn't for that. That's an important lesson.
It is true. Not
the topic I wanted to talk about, so enough babbling on, Hillel. All right, so give me your background a little bit, because you have an interesting background. You're originally French.
Yes, so
okay.
I'm originally French. I'm actually originally Israeli.
Okay.
After the army, I got a job for Nice Systems. in Paris. So I was
I'm going to Paris
there.
next week, by the way.
Really?
On Wednesday, yeah, for Viva Tech.
Really?
You know Viva Tech?
I don't know Viva Tech, but
Viva Tech's like the TechCrunch disruptive of Europe. It's like the biggest tech conference in Europe.
Oh, the Viva Tech. Sorry, the Viva. Yeah, the
so
Viva company.
I'm going there. I work with them as an influencer.
Okay.
They're flying me out to Paris. I'm going on Wednesday.
Okay, that's cool.
I need your help to find some kosher food there.
Okay. Oh, I have many. Trust me.
I will talk
4
about
years
it.
in Paris.
No, I like Paris, but I don't take off my kippah ever, and it's a problem in Paris. A little bit of a problem, but anyway.
It's a bit risky now.
Topic for another time. My God, Hillel, focus. Okay, so, all right, so you're from Paris originally, you worked for Nice, and then?
Yes, and then Dropbox came to me, and the only relative experience I had in my CV was Hebrew, to open the Israeli market. And then we had some interviews, the connection was amazing, and they told me, look, we need someone to run, to kickstart Israel, someone to be half on the ground.
Love
so
it.
I started really acting a lot with the tech industry and a lot of startups.
Since then, you guys IPO'd. You went public since you joined.
Yes, we did.
I mean, it's all you. You brought the company public, basically.
I wish.
All right. So first of all, you having a good time?
Yes, very good time.
Second of all, at the end of the day, I'm happy that you reached out because, like I said to you in our meeting, anybody in this ecosystem that you want to meet will want to meet you. I'm just telling you right now, as Dropbox, everyone wants to meet Dropbox. In fact, I think, was it last night on Instagram stories, I said I'm meeting Dropbox this morning. I got at least 4 or 5 messages from entrepreneurs saying, are they looking to hire? Are they looking to acquire? Are they looking, like everyone, Dropbox, like I said, you guys have a really good name. So, anything that I can help you while you're not on the ground, while you are on the ground, any introduction, whatever it is, it's a very easy sell here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So tell me, kind of high level, we don't want to talk too much. I want to hear, it's more like a personal thing, learn about you a little bit, but I want to talk about this. This is actually very interesting. You opened a new office.
Yes, we did. The 15th, 2 days ago. Okay,
so you guys opened an office in definitely the hottest building in all of Israel. Why do I say that? Because who's under you?
We have SimilarWeb under us.
SimilarWeb, just whoever, if you don't know what SimilarWeb is, then we have to talk. But SimilarWeb is the Nielsen of this generation. So if you want to know anything about any website or any company, SimilarWeb. Okay, who else is in that building?
We have ironSource.
ironSource, third biggest ad tech company in the world, and probably one of Israel's leading unicorns, worth billions. Okay, so you got ironSource, you got.
Then you have smaller companies like Facebook and
Amazon, and then the big Kahuna, the big mama on top of you.
On top of us, we have Magic Leap,
a company that raised $2.5 billion with a B dollars, worth $6 billion last time I checked, and they haven't even released a product yet. Tamir Berliner's the GM here at Israel, super fantastic, awesome dude. They're on top of you. So you guys are in the Serona Tower, brand new building where all the hot companies have opened offices. And to me, that says everything. I mean, you guys are right in the middle of it. I love it. High level. What's the strategy? Like, can you talk about that, or it's off the record?
It would have to be off the record. I cannot.
Cut.
Yes.
All right, fine. Very cool. Listen, dude, bottom line is like this. I'm going to run to my next meeting because I have a podcast to do now, but this is a kickoff meeting.
Of course.
Fantastic to meet you, and I'll be extremely, deeply offended if you don't take me up on my offer to help.
Who will?
You have to tell me how I can help you in any way. I love it, man. All I ask is 2 things.
Vice versa as well.
Absolutely. Well, fine. I'll tell you right now what I want.
What do you
2
want?
things. One thing, well, actually, no, the first thing I don't even need, because we just established that I have an unlimited Dropbox. I was going to ask you to upgrade my Dropbox, but you just showed me that I have unlimited, so forget that.
I
only want one thing from you. What?
I'm also tech support.
Tech support. Okay, so I only need one thing then. Just one simple thing. Swag.
Swag.
Yeah, Dropbox t-shirts, swag, socks, stuff.
I'll get you swag.
Done. Do you guys have socks?
Funny enough,
yeah.
I think we made some very recently.
Oh, really? Because my friend makes swag socks. Seriously, Socrates is the name of the company.
Okay.
Josh Unger.
Is he
Younger,
NSF?
sorry, Unger. No, he's here.
Okay.
So Josh Younger is his name, and he makes socks. The name of his company Socrates. I will gladly connect you if it's relevant. But in any case, I want some cool Dropbox swag. So I told you guys have a really cool brand, so I can walk around with the tees and all that jazz.
You'll get some.
You should see my closet. I have like 4 shelves of swag. I have a problem.
Really?
Anyway, dude, this was awesome. We're gonna continue the conversation. I'm gonna run now, but we'll stay in touch. We'll figure it out, all right, man?
For sure.
Thank you so much, man.
Cheers.
Great to meet you. And I'm glad you reached out. And this LinkedIn thing works, apparently, huh?
Perfect.
LinkedIn.
It's good. I really like it.
I'm a big fan. All right, man. Thanks. Have a great day.
Cheers.
Elevators I've seen in a while. Love it.
How are you, Machem?
real quick. Who are you?
I'm Daniel Abrahams. I'm the CEO and co-founder of CurrencyTransfer.com.
CurrencyTransfer.com. Hit me with your elevator pitch.
So international payments are a real pain. They are expensive.
Don't fall camera. Thank you. Yes.
For a small company or a private individual emigrating, buying a property abroad, moving money from A to B with the banks sucks.
Okay. What'd you do before?
Beforehand, I'm a first-time entrepreneur.
Oh, really?
Grew up in London.
So you saw a problem, you aimed to solve it.
I solved a big problem. I was studying in Australia. I had to pay my tuition fees, moving money from A to B, and based on that pain, I looked to solve the world's...
Woo!
It is hot.
Woo!
I think by the end of our podcast, you're going to be free.
So what are we doing here? We're doing a podcast.
We are doing a podcast.
See the equipment here? Do this. All right, and you guys, this is part of your content marketing strategy, let's call it?
Yeah.
Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah.
I love it, man. Big fan of audio, as you know. All right.
Definitely playing the long game.
Love it.
Getting the first few episodes with 200, 300, 400 viewers, but
love it.
By the end of it,
it's all I have on freaking. It's all I have on YouTube, man. I'm just getting started with my videos. Don't worry about it. Just keep at it. You'll see. You'll get big numbers. Get the numbers, dude. You'll do well. All right, we're gonna start. Great frame. Look at that frame, man. Woo! Hot stuff. All right, what are we doing? Talk to me.
Don't take your jacket off?
No. Maybe I should actually. No. Let's just go.
So hey everybody, this is Daniel Abrahams, and today on Mini Multinational, we'll be talking to my guest about the art of give, and then take, startup PR for mini multinationals, how to build an entire career as a fryer, we'll come on to that, and vlogging in 2018. Our guest today is the incredible Hillel Fuld. He's an all-star tech guru voted in the top 100 most influential Israelis in tech. He's a blogger, vlogger, mentor, founder, startup advisor, and all-round mensch. For the Brits out there, that's a good bloke. He has taken advisory roles at around 15 startups and blogs for some of the world's most influential tech sites, including Inc., TechCrunch, Mashable, The Next Web, and Huffington Post. That's quite a career and quite a journey, and welcome, Hillel. Thank you for joining us.
I should pay you for PR, man. Check is in the mail, my friend.
There we go. Well, I think we'll hear a lot more. It's pretty hot in here, isn't it?
It's okay. It's all right. We're hot because the content's hot. Hot topic, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, this is the start of things to come.
We just finished the podcast. How was it, dude?
That was awesome.
Let's hear it.
Startup PR for mini multinationals.
Sounds good.
How to build an entire career
really good.
as a fryer. We'll come on to that.
Love it.
And vlogging in 2018.
Fantastic.
Our guest today is the incredible Hillel Fuld.
Incredible.
He's an all-star tech guru.
Should pay this guy for PR. Love it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
CurrencyTransfer.com?
CurrencyTransfer.com.
Beautiful. You know, usually before I meet someone, I'll give a little introduction, a little context of what I'm going to do. In this case, I didn't. They have no context. I didn't even introduce you. I didn't do anything. And the reason I didn't do that is because I didn't even know what I was coming here to meet. I know we're friends, but I didn't know what I was coming to see. I didn't even know what this place was. But now that we sat and you told me what this place is, very, very impressive. But let's take 5 steps back. Who are you?
I'm Yael.
You're Yael.
I'm Yael Kochman. I've been in the startups and high-tech world for the last over 10 years.
Wow.
In 2013, I started a community called Fashion Tech.
Wait. First of all, let's just point out that you look way too young to be working in this industry for so long. You look very young. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm not that young, but yeah, thank you.
We also know each other.
I have 3 kids, so that's proof that I'm not that young.
We also know each other from your previous startup, Rujum.
Yeah, no, Rujum was not my startup.
No, that's where we know each other from, though.
We know each other from Rujum, where I was the head of marketing for 2 years.
Okay.
But this whole kind of thing started in 2013 when I started the Fashion Tech community, which was a community to bring together people from the fashion, retail, and high-tech industries.
Okay. Because you loved it.
Because I loved it. I had my own startup, and I just felt like there is a need in the market for a place for people from both sides to meet.
Where did you get such good English from?
TV.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Great.
I learned English basically from TV and from my parents. My parents are both Israeli, both born in Israel. I'm actually a 3rd generation in Israel.
Wow.
But my parents spoke English between themselves when I was a kid, so that I wouldn't understand.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Then you learned
at some point I just answered and they stopped.
Funny. You had to hack the system. Okay.
And until today they are fighting because my dad also speaks French. My mom speaks Hungarian. So they're now fighting if my mom's gonna learn French or my dad is gonna.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started this group, Fashion Tech, because you loved fashion, you loved retail, whatever it is, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew,
and it grew, and it grew, and it grew.
Became a monster.
Yeah, it became sort of a monster. About a year and a half ago, we already have more than 100 startups that were really, really engaged. We started getting a lot of reach out from retailers, from fashion brands, from investors that wanted to kind of tap into that.
I just want to point out one thing. You said 100 startups. Now, 100 in and of itself doesn't sound like a massive number, but you have to understand, we're talking about 100 very targeted, very niche startups.
Exactly.
100 startups in such a niche space is a huge amount of startup. In a small little country, smaller than New Jersey. Like, what just happened? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So, all right, so you had this group, it was growing and growing and growing, and at one point, you said, wait a second. Like, what am I doing? Working here, working there, doing my thing. I have something here, I need to do something with it. And then what?
And then exactly at that point, sometimes the universe works in a magical way. I got reached out by Eyal Ro, who's currently my partner in business, and we sat on a glass of beer. I was like 10 days after I gave birth to my third kid.
Wow.
And I was on maternity leave. She was kind of, trying to figure out what to do next in her career. We sat on a beer. We started talking. I told her about my vision.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
At the risk of embarrassing, I'm not embarrassed because we're close enough for me to embarrass you. You don't say we sat on a beer in English. In Hebrew, we say yashavnu al bira, right? In English, we sat on a beer. It sounds like you sat on a beer. Like you sat on a beer. Like there was a beer cup and you sat on it.
Yeah, but there are some phrases that we are adopting from English, right?
Okay, so from now on you sat on a beer.
Exactly, from now on you sit on a beer. Why not?
Done. Fine, done. Adopt it.
Let's start the
Start a trend. Trendsetter.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it. All right.
I started the fashion tech trend. Before I started the fashion tech group, nobody knew what fashion tech is.
Right.
Then I started getting journalists interviewing me about the fashion tech scene in Israel.
Love it.
So now we pivoted from fashion tech to retail. So we're doing basically, I'm jumping,
It's all good.
forward.
We're all ADD. It's fine.
But what we're doing today is retail tech innovation.
Mm-hmm.
We work with some of the biggest retail companies in the world. We work with companies like ASOS, Nike, IKEA, and others.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right now.
Sure.
Because I need to explain to somebody who might be watching how big this is, okay? You've heard by now, if you're watching this, that Israeli tech is kind of pulled, right? That's great. There are several challenges in this country, being that we're such a small country, being that our culture is not necessarily very subtle. We're not very good at storytelling. We're very good at building tech, right?
Yeah.
Another challenge, though, is building technology that can penetrate global markets from Israel. Very, very difficult. And retail is probably the most difficult vertical out of all of them, because retail has, since the existence of humanity, there's been retail. Might not have been online retail, but there's always been retail. People were, swapping straw for camels, right? There's always been retail, and it's always been done a certain way. Comes along an entrepreneur from Tel Aviv and is saying to me, you want to bring more corporate innovation into your organization? Use us. It's not, actually, even one step back. I'm a startup in Tel Aviv, building technology here and trying to, collaborate with Walmart and with us, all these. It is extremely difficult. So you're coming to these startups, and tell me if I'm pitching this correctly. You're saying to them, so far so good? All right, cool, I'm hired. You're coming to these startups, and you're saying to them, you built this technology, you can easily enhance the retail experience of the big boys. Let us be that bridge. We will get you to the eBays of the world. And you're coming to eBay, you're saying, eBay, you guys are a beast. But you know what? You need to remain a beast. You need to remain innovative. And for that, you're gonna need to adopt innovative startups. Let us be that bridge to startups. Is that
perfect?
Yeah? All right, so we can shut up. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's amazing. So we're talking now, how big is this? You call it a platform, you call it a network.
Yeah.
How big is your network?
Today we work with over 200 startups in different stages.
All retail.
All retail. So when we say retail technology, that's something that's really important to understand. So when a company in the retail space comes to us and is looking for technologies, they can be looking for technology for their stores, for their online. They could be looking for cyber tech, for fintech, for marketing solutions. So we have everything for them.
Interesting, very interesting. Okay, so you have 200 companies, you're working with some of the biggest names out there on the enterprise side, and it's growing.
It's great.
And you have this space, which we'll walk around in a second, which is, one might say, the headquarters of this network, right?
Exactly.
So you don't have 200 companies sitting here, you have tens of companies sitting here, but this is your headquarters.
Yeah.
Listen, sounds like you found yourself a real need and you kind of are taking over this niche, and I love it. Super cool. If somebody is watching and they're an enterprise in the retail space or a startup's watching me, what's the best way to learn more, to contact you? Give me some info.
So the best way is to just reach out to me or to my partner on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We're accessible everywhere. We also have a website. We're going to relaunch it very, very soon.
Okay.
It's re-tech.io.
Re-tech.io.
Yeah.
Awesome. Joseph, put the thing right there, please. And are you comfortable giving people your email for them to reach out?
Yeah, of course.
What is it?
My email is yael@retech.io.
I love it. If you're a retail player, whether on the enterprise or on the startup side, reach out to Yael. She's a nice one. We're a fan. And good luck. You know, sound like you're onto something here. It's awesome. Let's go walk around.
Yeah, great.
Let's do it. We're gonna take a little tour around this place. Let's do this. Show me around, Yael. Let's do it.
So this is the Retech Hub. This is the main entrance.
Awesome. Whoa, bulldog. What's up?
This is Naveen.
What's up? What's your name?
Naveen.
Naveen, nice to meet you.
Function of co-working space.
Povarchik! What up?
What's up?
Yeah.
The co-working space is meant for like entrepreneurs to take like 1 or 2 stations, whatever they need.
Cool.
This is the
Humans.
Only humans, yeah.
Some bathroom.
We allow dogs in the place, but just not in the bathroom.
This is a really nice design.
Thank you.
Really nice. Love it.
And this is Hexa.
This is what?
Hexa.
Hexa.
Yeah, apparently they are, they were up late today or something, or they went out smoking. But they are really, really cool doing 3D content for e-commerce websites.
Nice.
Basically, they take a 2D image and turn it automatically into a 3D asset that you can play and.
Wow. Super cool.
Prone to another very cool startup doing chats for e-commerce websites.
Nice.
So this is actually one of the first buildings in Tel Aviv. The first movie theater in Tel Aviv, Maxim, was in this building.
Almost told myself just now. That would have sucked.
So here we have kind of like a workshops meetup room. And this is the second floor. This is way out.
Yep.
Traveler Peak, they actually moved here, but they should move their logo as well. Traveler Peak, say hi.
What up? CNN. I'm just kidding. Wishy, I know Wishy.
Hi.
What's up?
Hexa guys, another human's toilet.
Love it.
Somebody put eyes on the first, I didn't see that.
It's funny.
Lux.
What up, Luke?
Lux is actually a very, very interesting startup. Completely bootstrapped. They have over 10,000 customers all around the world. They basically created a platform for visual reviews on Shopify.
Oh, nice. Very cool. A good day and a good week. Next week, middle of the week, flying to Paris for Vivatech. See you then.